Hey, I'm looking for Ira Smith.
This is he.
Hey, how are you doing, my man? This is Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
I'm looking at the property on Adonia Drive. It's been
Yes.
listed for about 130 days. What's going on?
It's been under contract once, and an investor was going to buy it and really trick it out for a buyer that they had. A real estate agent had a buyer. And then right then the lending rates went up, and because this was shown as an investment property, they were going to have to bring an additional $30,000 to the table, and they didn't have it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we've had other offers on it. We just can't come to terms on it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm an investor looking at this as a flip as well. Um, how's the outside of it? I know the inside needs to
It's in
be.
pretty good shape. It's got a brand new roof on it, but it needs some updating. They know that it was an estate. They know that the wall oven does not work correctly.
Okay. I'm thinking this whole thing probably needs to be not fully gutted, but to get it to where I would want it, I would have to do some serious work to it.
I understand.
Have you guys gotten a lot of offers on it? Although like some have fell through, are you still getting a lot of traction?
Yeah, we still get calls on it and all that. The market slowed a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I would be much lower than list. I'm
When you
unrepresented.
say much lower, when you say much lower, do you have a number in mind?
I would be around 260.
No, it won't fly.
Yeah.
The offer that they couldn't come to terms on was well north of that.
Exactly. Was that recent?
Within the last probably 5 weeks.
Okay. What do you think this house will get out once you trick it out? What do
Well,
you,
it depends on how you do it. I flip a few houses, and a year, and so it depends on how you do it, at what level you bring it to, of course.
yeah.
But right now, I'd say what it's great for is a rental. Right now, there's no rentals anywhere around there. You can't rent something in Knoxville right now.
Yeah.
And if you can, it's ridiculous money.
You think in its current condition as well with that hideous wallpaper in that kitchen how it is, you still think it'll rent well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
It's Fountain City as well.
Yeah.
That's another big plus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're calling from an out of state number, but
Yeah, but I'm from Oak Ridge, so I know the area pretty well.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's a great area.
Okay. Well, I'm not really big into rentals. I'll send it over to my guy who's in Knoxville, and I'll have him look at it. And if it makes sense for him, then he'll give you a call.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All
Thanks
right.
for your time.
Have a good one, my man.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. This is Johnny.
Johnny, hi. This is Barbara Carver with Caldwell Banker Nelson Realtors. I got your text about calling you on Ashbrookwood.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Enjoying this 60-degree weather we got.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying that a whole lot more than 5.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. In the meantime, what can you tell me about it?
Well, it's a nice little neighborhood. The house has got big rooms. All of them are fairly good rooms. I think it's a 3-1. I'm not looking at it right now, but it's got one. It's got a really cute living room with a little fireplace in it and a great big room beyond that, master, and then 2 more bedrooms kind of in the back, 1 bath. The bath is pretty updated. I mean, it's not terrible. The kitchen needs updating. It's got a built-in in the dining room area. And it's got a basement. And I don't know how much I can tell you about the basement. They have put a roof on it. It's not new, but it's newer.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But it's not leaking or anything. They've checked it recently. She had a renter in there and decided to sell it instead of renting. She hadn't checked on it in years. So the renter hadn't been taking really good care of it. So there's stuff that needs to be fixed, of course. But seems like a solid house, but that's remains to be, on inspection.
Yeah. I was looking at this as a possible flip.
Yeah.
Do you think it could be cleaned up and rented out now in the state
Yeah,
it's
she
at?
was renting it until a few months back. Ever since I've had it listed, it just took her a few weeks. I don't think she was charging enough for rent. I think it's maybe $8.50 or maybe it's lower than that. But the lady was living there. She was a manager at one of the local stores, you know.
Yeah.
She didn't want to leave, but she wanted to buy it, but she didn't follow through with her financing. And she was going to buy it for $189.9, but she never did follow through with the lender that we connected her with.
Okay. Okay. Is that 189.9 the number that your seller's at, and she doesn't want to move?
Well, if it's cash, I think we've had several offers and they've been too low. I think it's going to have to be in the 170s before she'll even consider it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would be lower than that 170 just because again I'm looking at it as a flip. I would be all cash, quick close, all that.
Yeah.
But I would have to be under that because I would get in and just go crazy with
It's a
this.
nice little neighborhood, Owen. There's a couple of streets over. I looked at a house over there, and one of them sold for $3,099, but it was bigger than this house. But I mean, in the same vicinity. You know.
Okay. Was that fully updated as well, or that went without even updates?
Well, the one I looked at, it was one away from the one it sold for $309. It needed a lot of work. She was wanting to sell it. We told her I think we told her 305 on hers because hers needed some work. It had a crack in the ceiling and stuff. But it was bigger than this house.
Okay.
But she said she had it sold, but the financing fell through. So, anyway, we went and looked at it and comped it out for her. But I think if somebody put some updates and everything in this one, it would sell for $250 easy or more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I would also have to.
I don't see a problem with it selling for that. I know the market's slowed down a little bit, but
you
can't find anything hardly for $250 or below.
I think that 250 estimate's pretty good. My only thing is I would put 50, 60 into it to get it to that level. So that's why I couldn't be at this number. But this property doesn't work, but I would let you write for me on any deals I'm unrepresented. Do you have any other fix and flips that you run into?
Well, I had one and it sold about 2 weeks ago. It was it sold for $150. It was a little house that needed a lot of work. It had an extra lot with it. There was a cash flipper that bought it. He said he'd never paid that much for one, but it was kind of an unusual little area.
Mm-hmm.
But she hadn't done nothing to it in the last. She bought it in 2010 from me, but she hadn't done anything to it. But for 50 something, and she got 150 out of it. So she didn't do a thing to it.
Oh wow!
No roof or nothing.
Yeah.
So she made good on it. I don't have any others other than that one right now that's kind of potentially flippers.
Yeah. Well, here, let me do this. Let me text you my information. If you ever run across any properties like this that need a little love, I would love to check them out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just go ahead and text me that stuff, and then if I run across some, I don't know. We never know from one day to the next what's going to happen. So I might get some more. I had those two in Knoxville, that's both flippers, but I've got one in Loudon, but it's going to be high. It's got land with it, a lot of land, and then I've got another one it's in a church parsonage.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting a second showing on it here Friday, so I'm thinking it's going to sell.
Yeah.
Listings will come up more and more after the first of the year.
Yeah. Like I said, just keep my information and reach out to me. Single family homes. I don't really have a price point at all that I want to be at. As long as it, pencils out, then I'm all for it.
Well, if you could come up to this one in the 160s, I might talk her into it. I don't know.
All right. Well, here, I don't know if I can make 160 work.
Yeah.
Let me do a little more research on this, and I'll let you know. I know,
Yeah, because I do know that some of them little houses are sold in twos in there, and then some in the threes.
yeah. I
So
mean,
I mean,
I think that 250 price point that you put out, given the market that we're in, is pretty
yeah,
good for a resale in the
yeah, that's a
area.
good resale for it. If you didn't do, I think if you didn't do nothing special to it and just fixed it up to look presentable, I believe you could get 250
Yeah,
out of it easy.
yeah.
You
I'm
know.
just scared getting in because I know just looking at the pictures, even if I just did that, I would spend 30K, and
Yeah.
that really doesn't leave enough spread for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was gonna say, if you could get it for that and do your own work or not put too much in it, we could see what we could do. We'd probably sell pretty quick. That little area, had a lot of interest in that house.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and there was a conventional loan person looked at it yesterday, and her agent said she loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Would the
I mean,
conventional loan, would they lend on it?
I don't know. I told her before she showed it, I'd rather have it. I have it under cash and conventional. I probably need to take that conventional off. But if she would accept it as is, and they would do a conventional where they could, get enough to fix what needed to be fixed,
Yeah.
that might work.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, I'll look at it and see if I can make 160 work. If I
Well, see
can.
if you can. I might talk her into it. I don't know if I can, but I think if you could get 160, 65, I believe I could talk her into it
All right.
and see what we can do. I'll do what I can.
Yeah, I'll definitely look
You're
at it.
not going to find a house for 160 or 165 right now in a nice little neighborhood like that. And it's so close to everything. It's close to a park. It's close to a grocery little center, a strip mall. And it's close to one that's hospital so there too.
Yeah, I see that in the listing. Yeah, you had that.
Yeah. So it's really convenient if somebody wanted to rent it or sell it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Now, you could owner finance it too and charge a little bit lower rate than what the rates are and still come out ahead.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Yeah.
Would the renter, would she be open to seller financing it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where that renter went because she had to finally evict her because she was paying, but she didn't want to move. So she evicted her. I don't know if she'd be too up on going back, or some person would want her to go back.
Yeah. If you want to, throw that idea by her as well, because she's already rented it. She obviously doesn't need the money. She might be open to owner financing it, because then.
Oh Lord, there's so many people right now wanting to rent. I just run into somebody a while ago, and he said his IT position IT. He was way up there doing a lot of businesses, and he said he's been buying up properties and apartments, and he's going to different places. He showed me pictures of them all in Knoxville. He's getting $1,800 a apartment out of them.
Oh wow.
I know he's fixed them up nice. He said he spent about $30,000 on them.
Oh,
But yeah, he stood there and showed me pictures, a whole big row of pictures, and I said, "Well, I'll see if I've got anybody, But there is a lot of people that's not able to buy that's needing to rent right now.
Very true. Especially with the rates being what they are right now.
I know it. They gotta live somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, text me your stuff, and then if you decide that you want to make an offer on it, I'll go ahead and throw it by her.
Okay.
See if she'll even consider it.
All right, sounds good. I'll send you my information now, and I'll look at that within the next 30 minutes and let you know.
Okay. All right. That's great.
All right,
Thank
Barbara. I
you.
appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.